Title: The Fall of Madam Ivy. In the quiet Edo village of Yomura, there once lived a woman named Ivy, beautiful, bold, and breathtakingly rich. She was born into wealth, married into greater riches, and carried herself like a queen. Her father owned vast farmlands, and her late husband had built a fleet of transport buses that ran across the state. Madam Ivy was a name that made people either tremble or grit their teeth. She walked the red soil of the village with heels that clicked like judgment, always with a handbag swinging and insults flying. Children were afraid of her. Women resented her. Men worshipped her from afar. She insulted traders at the market. Is this pepper or nonsense? Your goods are as poor as your sense. She mocked the women sweeping the church, even broom they suffer for una hand. And to the elders, she would say, you people only sit and talk. If not for money people like me bring into this village, Yomura would be dust. But life, like a pot of soup, can turn sour if pride boils too long. Years passed. Her late husband's business crumbled under mismanagement. Drivers stole money. Vehicles broke down. Her father's lands were sold bit by bit to cover debts. Before long, Madam Ivy was no longer rich, but she still acted like she was. She refused to accept her new life. She wouldn't fetch water like others. She scoffed at local jobs. She believed help would always come. But help stopped coming. Soon, her large compound was quiet. The house girl had gone. The fridge no longer hummed. Neighbors she once mocked walked past her with silent satisfaction. One rainy day, hungry and tired, Ivy swallowed her pride and walked to the local church where women were making soap. The same women she once called bush and jobless. She stood in silence. Mama Ruth, the head of the women's group, looked up and said kindly, Madam Ivy, you won't join us. With shame burning in her chest, she nodded. That day, something changed. She began learning soap making, sewing, even how to fry akara. She fetched water. She greeted people first. She listened more than she spoke. She apologized awkwardly at first, then sincerely. Months passed, and Madam Ivy's hands grew rough but honest. Her small soap business picked up. People bought from her, not because of pity, but because her soap was good, and her attitude even better. One evening, during a women's meeting, she stood and said, I used to think money made me better. But now I see, character is the true wealth. I hurt many of you. If you can forgive me, I want to keep learning and give back. The hall was silent, then filled with applause. By the time her soap business spread to neighboring villages, people began calling her Sister Ivy, not Madam Ivy. Not out of fear, but respect. Moral of the story. Pride can build walls that wealth cannot protect. But humility opens doors even when riches fade. True respect comes not from what you have, but from who you are.